Hi, my name is Keith Fix. I am a student at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. I'm 21 years old. I'm also the owner, CEO, president technically, of a company called Proven Powerful Incorporated. I graduated from Omaha Burke High School in 2007. And a shout out to all the students that may have been in DECA. I was highly involved in DECA back in the high school days. I competed in all of their competitions, went to their ICDC, the International Career Development Conference that they had both years. And it's interesting because when I went my junior year to Dallas, I saw everyone on stage getting awards and seeing all the recognition everyone was saying, and I turned to my professor, Ms. Caputo at the time, and Ms. Phillips are the two marketing professors at Burke. I said, you know what, next year I'm going to be on that stage. I'm not going to take third or second, I'm going to be first. Sure enough, a year later in Orlando, Florida, I took was the first place in marketing management, and I got to walk on stage in front of 13,000 other marketing students. It was best experience, one of the best experiences of my life. It opened the door to a lot, not only marketing passion, but business passion. So that was really something that got me thinking, wow, if I set my mind to something, I can actually do it. So from that point on, you're probably wondering what the heck is Proven Powerful. Well, Proven Powerful, we are a nationwide expert virus removal company. It's more along the lines of what you might be familiar with as a tech support company, except we only do virus removal. When major antivirus programs that you guys all hopefully have installed and used on your PCs fail, because there are viruses that are designed to bypass those, and they're complex, and they modify your Windows registry to the point that these programs can't remove them or keep you safe from them. That's when you need to call an expert. Usually people will go to their local computer repair shops or to the major computer repair company that we all know and love to get their computer fixed, and $300 later your system is restored and running back to normal. Well, we can do the same thing without you ever having to leave home at a very low flat rate, restore your computer back to normal, and usually takes about 45 minutes. So it's a very niche market, because we don't really do, if you call us and ask for help with your mouse or your keyboard is missing, we really don't handle those questions. We specialize exclusively in expert virus and spyware removal, which is actually the #1 issue that end users, which you guys see, as well as computer repair shops see, is their #1 complaint. My current business partner, we got on. It was one of those really fun nights, and somehow when you get a bunch of nerds or geeks together, the topics always go to computers, networking, and servers somehow. But we got on that topic, and I realized that this guy was phenomenally talented and gifted in computing and networking, and I realized that hey, I'm good at business and marketing. We should go into business together. So, and he brought with him a background working with major Fortune 500 companies in their IT departments, and I brought my marketing business background. And literally it was the next day we put together a website. We had a big old Help Now button, and with a few dollars in Google AdWords. It was literally one of those, if you build it, they will come, especially when you have a few dollars in marketing moments. We started getting phone calls, and people started submitting Help Now requests, and everything just kind of took off from there. And at that point, we realized we hit the nail on the dot, and this was something that people needed and would use. I had done computer work, and I had done websites website design since my freshman year of high school. That's really how I paid my way through high school, because I came from a single parent family. My mom was by herself and really couldn't afford much, and so that's when I put myself to the task, and we had a family friend that needed a website design. I was about 15 at the time, and I knew nothing about HTML, XML, CSS. I knew nothing about programming languages or how to build a website, but I said, sure, why not? So I took on the challenge. I remember making my mom drive me to the library, and I got every book on HTML and on website programming. And from that point, I taught myself how to design websites. I helped him, our friend who happened to be a local business owner, and word spread from there, and that kept me busy all through high school. And it's interesting because that really, it kind of paved the path of where I would land now in the computer networking world. Because funny thing is that if you know just a little bit about computers, people are going to ask you, oh, can you help me with X or Y or Z? And that's really what led the path to where I took how we started Proven Powerful and what we were going to do with it and what it would eventually become. When I first started the business, I was working full-time. I was going to school full-time. I was trying to maintain somewhat of a social life in there. Sleep was preferable. I realized I couldn't have it all. I needed to find a way to better manage the business without sacrificing my class time, without sacrificing my social time, and I did that through my phone. I was able to find apps that QuickBooks, Gmail, Google Docs, and these collaborative apps that allow me to go in and manage the key components of my business through my phone. Some of the successes that we've really seen as a company is, I think our biggest thing is that we have this business model that is entirely virtual. We've created this virtual company, and my partner hates when I say virtualization, because if any of you know IT, virtualization refers to servers, but I use it in the sense of we've moved to the cloud. Our entire business is cloud operated, and I think that's really the future of what businesses will see. Will we see the end of the office as we know it? Not necessarily, because you're always going to have those businesses that will need office, but for us, we were able to leverage the fact that we do everything online. Why we don't necessarily need a physical office and that overhead expense to operate our business. So it's been a while since my high school days, where when everyone was going out, I was sitting at home on the computer. I didn't really have much of a social life per se. I devoted all of my time towards working with clients, developing websites, and discovering new technologies, as well as reviewing every marketing book and material available to mankind so I could win at nationals in 2007. And sometimes you do have to make sacrifices in order to get ahead, and that was one of them that I made. And thinking back, I wouldn't take it back for the moment. I have the freedom to do what I want now because of the effort that I put in the past. And another thing is in reference to getting a college degree and getting that education and the networking opportunities that it's opened up for me. My current professor in the entrepreneurial planning course that I'm taking at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, he's a CEO for a major $300 million home care company. He wants to share his wisdom and his message with us, and quite honestly, it's a message that has resonated with me, and my business has transformed entirely. applying the principles that my professor has taught has not only transformed the way that I do business and minimized the risk and the cloudiness that we see when looking into the future, but it's really been a key to my success, and I wouldn't have had that opportunity had I not been a student at the university. So I absolutely think it's a critical component to growth and success, and education is something that no one can take away from you. And I would invite you, if you have any questions, or if you even want to just say hi, you can always send me an email. It's at Keith, K-E-I-T-H, at provenpowerful.com. More than likely, you'll get a response, and it will say sent from my iPhone, because that's how I do business. But I'd love to hear any feedback or comments that you have. And I'd like to leave you with a quote. Not to sound conceited, but it's one of the things that I've learned from my experience is that that you can apply to your business that you may someday have in the future, is that if you hire right and add just the right culture, your business will do extraordinary things and serve customers past their wildest dreams. So I wish you the best of luck in any endeavors that you have, and I can't wait to see what this next round of entrepreneurs will bring to the world. Wonder, well, I have a business idea and I want to get into business. I want to go follow my dreams, and the biggest advice that I can do, and it is just to take action. Is simply, if you have a business idea, if you have something that you think you'll work, if you're good at something, just take action and do it. It's always beneficial to have a plan. It's always beneficial to understand what you're getting yourself into so that you can minimize your risk, because entrepreneurs, believe it or not, are not risk takers. We like to have control of our future and our lives, and we like to know what's coming next. So a big debate has always been, are entrepreneurs risk takers or risk adverse? And I would attest to the fact that we're risk adverse. We like having control, we like knowing where we're going, and we can minimize the risk that we do by understanding our markets, understanding what we're getting into and where we're going.